Welcome back to Stuff That We Like / Enjoy, at least at this point in time. I'm Caleb.
And I'm Christina.
Welcome to Season 7.
Woo! Season 7.
7.
Long time coming.
Blew my ears out right there.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I got so excited. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Okay.
So Season 7, babe, we made it.
Normally our seasons are 10 to 11 episodes long, but due to the extreme length / complexity of the Book of Enoch and our Enoch episodes, Season 6 was 6 months long.
Yeah. That thing was all the Lord of the Rings books put into one.
There we go.
It was a long season.
It was wild. But now we're back seeing y'all for Season 7.
Season 7, baby.
Yep.
All right. And to kick it off.
Yes. An update on our challenge that we're doing, our listener challenge.
Yeah.
Which is to read the Count of Monte Cristo in 30 days.
Yes.
How's that going for you?
It is going pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I burned through like, I'd say I'm on 15 hours into the book.
Okay.
Since we're listening to it at the 15-hour mark. And it is super entertaining. Very fun. Mm-hmm. I remember reading it a long time ago, but I went a little quick. I went too quick, I think.
You consumed too much at one time.
Yes.
Okay.
And I got to a part that's pretty, it's not necessarily dry, but it's like, what's going on here?
Yeah,
like,
okay.
It's kind of a side story that leads into the main story. Mm-hmm. And the side story is so long that you're like, when are we going to get back to the real story?
Okay.
And so I'm a little bit lost right now. And a little bit frustrated. I just want to get back to the main story.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's hope.
There's hope.
Yes.
But I feel that way because I've consumed so much of it. Mm-hmm. If I hadn't consumed so much of it before, then I'd be like, okay, well, this is just the way he writes. But since I know he's a great storyteller, I want him to get back to the main plot so we can finish the story.
It. Yeah.
Yeah. And I've always been a guy who likes to just do the main story, especially playing video games. Don't do the side quests. Just do the main story. Get to the good stuff.
I get you.
How's it going for you?
Going good. I was quite a bit behind, but I think as of today, I am close to caught up to where I should be, which is like a couple chapters a day.
Very nice.
I think I figured out 4 chapters a day.
Okay.
So I got through like 8 today. So
really
I think
good.
I'm back caught up. But I kind of feel you. There was a moment where I was like, let's get back to the story. Is anything, like what's going to happen? And then I think chapter 20. I was like, woo, everything got super awesome again. So
yeah,
just kind of the ups and downs, but an excellent book overall.
Yes. Excellent book.
Yeah. And we want to hear from you, our listeners. If there's any of you out there who are attempting to read or listen to The Count of Monte Cristo or watch the movie. I mean, That's like a heroic attempt as well.
Yes. Yeah. That's a good one. It's like an hour 45, I think.
There we go. It's a commitment in this day and age.
It is a commitment in this day and age.
That's like 5 episodes of The Office. Close to 6.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a good read though. So we're trucking through. And this week.
Yes. I'm going to ask you what's something that you like / enjoy.
So something I like / enjoy is not necessarily a topic that I've been investigating. It's something that I've done recently. And that is, how did 100 days of no YouTube change my life?
Wow.
Yeah.
How did 100 days of no YouTube change your life?
Great question.
Thank you,
Christina. They're wrong about what they say about you.
About me?
No.
Who says things about me?
I'm just going to leave it at that.
We secretly have these like hate listeners that leave horrible comments about me that you're like deleting in the middle of the night.
I'm just deleting. Yeah, but there's so many.
Well, there could be. God. I never look at the comments on anything in general. So I could have a whole crowd of people out there who don't like me. And I'm like, I wouldn't even know.
No, you're fine. Well, that's the way to go through life, honestly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just put your art out there. Who cares what people say about it?
Completely unaware. Yeah. If people are like helpfully coach you in a certain direction, ignore them.
If your art is to draw on the wall with poop, do it. And don't listen to haters. Put that art out there.
Where are we putting this? Seems like a health safety matter.
I mean, start at your home.
Okay.
Obviously. And then if you're commissioned to do some scat art anywhere else, move up in the world.
Okay.
From your scat art. Yeah.
All All right, so go for your dreams. Shoot for the stars.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you for translating
Paint with the
for me. Paint with your poop. Paint with your poop, everybody. Anyways.
Right, back to your premise. How did not watching YouTube for 100 days change your life? Tell me about this.
So a little bit of the history of why I decided to do this in the first place. So we usually do challenges throughout the year. As you know, you're one of the people that does the challenges. One of the challenges I decided to take on was 100 days with no YouTube. So let me start by saying I love YouTube so much. Maybe more than I love some family members. I don't know. I haven't investigated it thoroughly.
But just, raising the level.
It's just so high. The reason being, I am a huge cinephile. Like, I love media. I've grown up loving movies, loving story. And YouTube is just that, but short. Like, every video now is the ones that I watch are very high quality.
Okay.
And the people that I follow put out really high quality, cinematic, inspirational stuff, as well as watching movie trailers or video game trailers. That just gets me hype. Okay. And I just love doing that. Yeah. So all that to say, for the first 30 to 40 days, it was not easy.
So you just decided, I'm not going to do this for 100 days.
Yes.
Okay. And what provoked that?
We had been feeling a little bit unhealthy in some areas in our lives. Remember, part of the 100-day challenge we were trying to do together was for food and for exercise. And I remember noticing that YouTube was kind of sneaking its way into my quiet times. Like, I would get on YouTube to turn on some music. They have really good like cinematic tracks on there, some soaking music or whatever. And I would get on there for like 10, 15 minutes and I only have like 5 more minutes for Jesus.
Okay. So you were sitting down to like read the Bible and you're like, let me pick the perfect YouTube soundtrack background. And then you're like out of time.
Yeah. 5 movie trailers later, I'm out of time. Yeah, so I'm not just looking for music. It turns into watching. The
algorithm was like,
YouTube
hey,
videos.
You want to watch this? Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, I can't wait to see how corn is made or whatever's on there that day. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
So the first 30 to 40 days into this challenge were actually pretty hard. I felt kind of lost when I had free time, not necessarily knowing what to do with myself. And I was pretty anxious when I was alone or like had time to think. That was like 30 to 40 days of that.
Okay.
And so I was like, maybe this is just who I am. Maybe I'm just
without YouTube, this is who I am. Yeah. A little nervous, sad boy.
But then I had days like 40 to 70. I began to notice that I was okay not knowing what new movies or games are coming out. That's pretty rare for me. And also my days, it's hard to describe, but there's just a little bit more color in everything that I would like hear or listen to or see outside or just like in nature or in art. Like there's just a little bit more color I was noticing. And I'm not sure if that had to do with the healthy food we were eating or exercising more, or if it was just like getting rid of YouTube. But I would contribute it to YouTube because it wasn't dulling my senses as much.
You were like, I feel like YouTube, you can scroll through the algorithm, watch this video, and you were mentioning it's like high quality videos you're watching, probably very well produced. It can be, I feel, a little overstimulating at times, and you just get used to that constant stimulation. So maybe that was removed for a while, and you were like feeling that itch, that missing that, and then you got used to not having something all the time and could enjoy nature or the color of life, as you mentioned.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think there's even a podcast I can think of off the top of my head. It's called Modern Wisdom, but it's a cinematic podcast. Like it's pleasing to look at and to watch. The guy has like giant, building size LED walls behind him that he changes into landscape environments throughout the podcast.
Oh, cool.
Depending on what they're talking about. And so it's actually really engaging to watch.
Not just listen to watch.
Yes, totally. And so to not have, like you're saying, not have that kind of visual stimulation while I'm at the same time I'm listening to a podcast. I don't know. I felt like I could notice a little bit more like I said, color in life because I wasn't constantly being stimulated by whatever YouTube video I was watching because it is so high quality,
Right.
like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I felt for probably the first, actually probably days 40 through 70.
Okay.
Like it started to pay off and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I am addicted. Maybe I was addicted and maybe this was a really good move
Go
for
through
me.
some withdrawal. Yeah.
Totally.
Well, and how many hours, you can continue, but how many hours a day do you think you were either listening to or watching YouTube videos? Because, I mean, you could have it playing in the background. You're not just solely watching it.
Totally. You know, I have to admit something pretty embarrassing here. I watch Let's Plays, which is, it's commentary over video games. So
it's people playing a video game and they're talking about it. Okay.
And it's fun for me because I don't have to buy the video game. I can just watch them play it and it saves me a lot of money in the long run. And they're entertaining to listen to. And so through watching those Let's Plays or listening to them while I was like cooking or doing some other activity, I was probably consuming like 2 hours of YouTube a day.
Okay. That's not as much as I thought you were going to say.
Well, it's not on top of, think about it, on top of watching my shows and TV every single day. So that was probably like 4 to 5 hours of media a day.
That adds up. Yeah.
So I'd come home from work and it would just be media all day because YouTube was thrown in there.
And your job is all media oriented. So you're literally editing videos, looking at a screen, listening to videos, listening to podcasts, come home, watch TV.
I know. Sounds super healthy, right?
It's a lot of screen time. It's a lot of blue light.
It's a lot of blue light. I wear like 4 pairs of blue light glasses
Stack
all
them
day. So it was a lot. It was definitely a lot. And I felt like it was a lot too. And it's funny you mentioned work. That was one of the things that was, it was difficult to work because I was watching so much YouTube. Like it was difficult to get into a work flow because I was watching YouTube every 20 minutes. I'd be like, you know, what is this? This reminds me of a video I want to watch. Like just something I was editing would remind me of a video. And so I'd go click on it and be like, then 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh my God, I got to get back to work. What am I doing?
Right.
So I could never even get in like a good workflow. So not only was my mental capacity for peace and freedom suffering, but also my capacity to do work well was suffering.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So what happened after about day 70?
So day 70, I said I began to notice things were a little bit brighter. And then by day 80, I felt like I was finally fully disconnected from YouTube. Like I hardly thought about it and I could care less what was on there, with the exception of this podcast.
There we go.
Just so you know, people
keep listening,
watching.
people, stuff that we like.
We're on Spotify. If everybody takes a break from YouTube, we're on Spotify.
Just listen to us. You don't have to watch.
Yes.
You can watch us on YouTube and just turn the screen off.
That's true.
Just listen. You know.
Our video is on Spotify, though. So you just watch us on Spotify.
That's true.
That's how you get around it.
Oh, sneaky.
So at day 100, I felt super accomplished. This was not an easy challenge for me because I think I minimized how much YouTube was in my life and how much of a problem it was because we're so healthy in general. And I say that not as a prideful person, but just as somebody who doesn't ingest the amount of media that a normal person usually does.
We just don't have the time for it.
Yes. Yeah. But I managed to find time to listen and watch to YouTube.
Yeah.
On the side, and I didn't realize how much it impacted me. So this is a huge accomplishment for me. I felt really, really good at 100 days, and I felt like my willpower had grown, and I'd also understood a little bit more about how media can sneak in and literally steal your life from you, steal your joy, steal your happiness, steal a little bit of the brightness out of your day, which is kind of scary.
That is sad.
Yeah. Your life is a little bit more gray because you're sacrificing it to YouTube or to social media or to movies or shows.
Yeah.
It's tough to think about. And we just kind of accept it. It's like, that's the way things are, you know? But I felt good at the end of it. And I was like very, very proud of myself. So I'd encourage anybody out there.
It's over 3 months.
Yeah.
It's a long time. Sorry, you were going to encourage.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's definitely a long time. I would encourage people to do it. Take a look at, how much time you're spending on it. It may not be a lot, but throughout the day, count all that time up and then add that up throughout the year and see how many days you're wasting on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't even count. I probably could count up the days I've spent on YouTube,
right.
but it's really depressing too.
It's a lot. It's a lot of time.
It's super. Yeah.
Huh. So once you finished your 100 days, how did that go? Like starting to watch YouTube again? What did that look like?
I was very cautious.
Okay. I'm a little afraid. You know?
Yeah, I was a little bit afraid because I knowing where I've been. I really didn't want to get stuck in it. And right now we're doing the media fast. So I'm not really having to worry about it right now. But yeah, I definitely, I don't allow it in my quiet times anymore. I don't allow it during work. And in the evenings, I really have had to limit it because it's been something that had such power over me that for 30 to 40 days, I was actually like anxious because I didn't have it. That's an addiction.
Yeah, just noise going on in the background.
That's an addiction.
Yeah.
And I don't want that in my
It's
life.
an addiction. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anybody out there, do it. Absolutely. Cool. I would highly recommend it.
That's great. And how do you feel like not watching YouTube for, 100 days is different than like not watching TV or movies? Do you feel like there's a difference between the two?
Yes. Yeah, I feel YouTube is much more of a passive thing to do. So it's sneakier than watching a show or watching TV or a movie. Because a movie is like, you have to tell somebody you watched a show or a movie last night, But you don't tell them that you also watch 50 minutes of YouTube in bed.
And it was 8 different videos.
Yeah, it was 8 different videos because that slips your mind. That's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But that's still 50 minutes of your life. That's still a little bit of color out of your life.
Interesting. Huh. That's true. I was in Virginia visiting my brother over Christmas break. And at the Airbnb, I logged into my YouTube on the smart TV and didn't remember to log out when I left. And I was looking at my phone at the algorithm, and I had seen that over a period of 2 hours, somebody at the Airbnb had watched a ton of baseball videos. First of all, it threw my algorithm off. I found a way to delete them. But it struck me that it was on a Tuesday from 2 to 4 p.m., this person watched YouTube videos on baseball for 2 hours straight.
2 hours.
And it was like Christmas Eve day. I'm like, that's wild.
That's so
And yeah, I've done the same thing. I don't ever just sit and watch YouTube, maybe occasionally if I'm eating lunch or something, but I do play it in the background, while I'm doing chores and stuff.
Sure, yeah.
And while I might not go through, it was 14, 50 video, baseball videos, I could get through a bunch of, 10, 15 minute news clip, kind of videos.
Yes.
Or it's amazing how much you can consume quickly. And at least I'm guessing this is a guy who's watching the baseball videos. At least he's stuck to one topic. I think, he was focused on something. But I think another thing that can be the problem with YouTube is we're splitting our attention in so many different directions, where I could be listening to, a video on this and then something completely different, whereas at least with a movie or TV show, you're kind of in the same world or, concept for a bit. So I feel like it's fragmenting our attention span. Like if a video is, 45 minutes, I'm like, I'm going to click on the 12-minute one on the same topic,
For sure. And it's interesting you say that, it is very bite-sized chunks of information. So we justify it.
Right.
10 minutes of information plus 10 more minutes of information.
Yes.
And then, 5 more clicks. Well, you've just watched a movie.
Yeah. That's
You
crazy.
literally, like the guy who watched 2 hours of golf, he watched a feature-length film worth of golf videos. Yeah. And it's really cool, all that information out there, but you just cluttered up your mind. You just stole a little bit of color out of your life because of all the vibrancy and all the clickbaity stuff that you were exposed to right then.
Yeah, and the guy, he wasn't out there playing the game. He was watching other people play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so be careful.
I know. You can get deep with that. Well, that was an interesting thought, babe.
Yeah, I appreciate
Anything else to end with?
Yeah, I would just say it doesn't have to be YouTube.
Okay.
I think everybody knows this. It doesn't have to be YouTube that you take a break from, but just audit your life. Figure out what is stealing your time, what is stealing your mental capacity, and put a stop to it. You life is very short. We're both 31. You're about to turn the big 3-2.
What?
Very proud of you. It's coming up. But the older we get, the more we realize like time goes so fast. Mm-hmm. And to waste it on YouTube is such an injustice. And it's such a, I'll end it with an injustice. You should really be living life.
Yeah.
So audit your time, figure out what's taking your time, and get rid of it.
Love it.
Yeah.